Did you know that if you get these polka dot balloons, it has to be polka dot balloons, and you take one of the balloons and you exhale into the balloon, and then here's the magical part for fat loss. Inhaling what you exhaled into the balloon already. That tastes like plastic. That will be the best thing for fat loss. No, man. No, don't. I mean, it's not really. So please don't go and try this at home. But I can assure you now that if there was a company that marketed that shit as the best for fat loss, people would be buying it left, right, and center purely because everyone out there is looking for the best thing for fat loss. And just because people are looking for quick fixes. I know it. I've been there. I've done that. So I took it upon myself and I went to ChatGPT like any professional would. And I asked ChatGPT, can you please provide me with the 5 most useless tips for fat loss? And this is what we got. Number 1, inhaling your... No, I'm joking. That wasn't number 1. But if this was on the market, it would be number 1. Number 1, using weight loss pills. ChatGPT said to me, that is the most useless thing people can do for fat loss. I do agree with this because at the end of the day, no matter what fat loss pills or what weight loss pills you are using, essentially what they're going to do is maybe they're going to suppress your appetite, which is going to help you eat a little bit less. But at the end of the day, you still need to create healthier habits. So using weight loss tablets can help in the short term, maybe, because it can suppress your appetite. Long term, you're looking for shit. Because what's going to happen when you stop taking the pills or the tablets? Your appetite's going to come back. You haven't changed any of your habits in the background to healthier habits. And boom, there we go. You gain the weight back. Number 2, according to my buddy ChatGPT, starving yourself on liquid diets. Again, I agree 100%. It doesn't work. Short term, yes, you might drop weight. Again, is it fat that you drop in? Probably not. Even ChatGPT says, yeah, this approach is unsustainable and can lead to nutrient deficiencies and rebound weight gain once you resume normal eating. I didn't say it. The computer said it. Again, a liquid diet is something like a quick fix. You've got to ask yourself realistically, how long can you be doing this for? Can you do it for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. No, then it's not sustainable. Oh no, I've lost no belly fat. This is a shit product. I mean, I could have told you that. I just made it up now. I'm just having a conversation with myself as the tractor goes past again, once again. Number 3, according to ChatGPT, which is the most useless thing to do for fat loss. Even me, I had to double check this, but I know the reasoning why. Number 3, doing only cardio. And my take on this is a lot of times when people embark on their fat loss expedition, the first thing they do is they turn to cardio. And people believe that doing cardio is more than enough for fat loss, but it's not. So I do agree. A combination of cardio for your cardio health, for your heart health, adding some resistance training for your muscle building, for your joints, for your bone health. And then the fundamental for fat loss is going to be your calories consumed through the food and drinks that you are consuming on a daily basis. So if you go out there thinking that you can outrun your diet, think again. If you are eating an excessive amount of calories, it's going to be very difficult to uphold and maintain that calorie deficit, no matter how much cardio you are doing. Number 4, wearing sauna suits. My goodness, like, where do I even start with this? I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty self-explanatory. What's happening when you're wearing a sauna suit or you're sitting in a sauna, you are sweating excessively. When you sweat excessively, you might drop weight. It's water weight that you're dropping, not fat. So after you've been in a sauna suit, which I would not recommend, and you have been sweating excessively, you are dehydrated, you get on that scale, that number on the scale might shift because you've lost all that water from your body. Water weight, not fat weight. Okay, and the sooner that we start realizing all these things, the better, because that's where you can be like, okay, that is bullshit. And then you can start focusing on what really matters. And that's the creation of healthier habits. Number 5, my goodness gracious me. eating only grapefruit or eating only cabbage. And I know where this stems from, the grapefruit diet or the cabbage diet. Again, not sustainable. Any diet, no matter what diet it is just a way of dressing up the fundamental of fat loss, which is a calorie deficit. So if you're eating only grapefruit, you are placing yourself within a calorie deficit because you're not eating anything else. And there's only so much grapefruit that you can eat in one day. And the same goes for cabbage. There's literally only so much cabbage that you can eat in a day, right? So when you are limiting all your food and you are sticking to only eating either grapefruit or cabbage, the cabbage and the grapefruit weigh next to nothing anyway. So the moment you only eat that for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, whatever it is, when you get on the scale, of course you're going to have lost weight. But again, my question remains, is that weight from not having any heavy foods within your stomach, or is it actually fat loss? Okay, and even if it is actually fat loss, we all know what's going to happen here is if you lose 2 or 3 kilograms on the grapefruit diet, boom, in a couple of weeks, it's going to be back plus another 2 or 3 kilograms. Because why? Because now you are eating absolutely everything in sight because for 7 days you only ate grapefruit. I somehow got so excited, I asked ChatGPT for another 3 because I was like, this is interesting. I'm like, because I will speak till I'm blue in the face about these things online and people will still ask me questions about it as though I'm talking shit. But now, because I've got my buddy here online on the PC, on the computer, on the laptop, my buddy's backing me up here, okay? This is the one that I love, the bonus one. Following social media detox challenges is bullshit. The word bullshit wasn't there. I just added that now for dramatic effects. But I agree 100% because there's so many nonsense detox challenges on social media and everyone's like, oh, I'm going to do that challenge because Sally from the printer did that challenge and she's got 100,000 followers and it must work. Oh, I'm so fucking over it. I'm so tired of it. The next one, using a fat burning abdominal belt. The next one, countless meal replacement shakes. I think by now you know how I feel about the detox challenges from social media influencers. That's a no-go from me, my personal opinion, because you don't even know if they're actually doing those challenges in real life or just from an engagement perspective. A fat burning abdominal belt, I mean, come on. Why is that still around? Why is ChatGPT bringing that up to me? We all know fat loss takes place when you're eating within a calorie deficit, not when you're rubbing fat loss creams on your body or when you're putting sauna suits on or when you're putting fat burning belts on your body. That's not when fat loss takes place. But let's quickly touch on the last point, which is meal replacement shakes or countless meal replacement shakes. The definition that we've got over here is relying too heavily on shakes can lead to lack of variety and essential nutrients within your diet, making it hard to maintain in the long term. Now, oftentimes what happens when you lack in essential nutrients within your diet, that can spark that you have extra cravings. Also, when you lack in essential nutrients within your diet, maybe you're not full for a long period of time, which can lead to you wanting to eat more food. And again, we have to ask the question, how sustainable is this long term? For it to be sustainable long-term, you want to be looking at having balanced meals throughout the day. Maybe incorporating a couple of snacks here and there. Realistically, if you're going to be relying on meal replacement shakes, you are looking for trouble when it comes to your adherence to sticking to your calorie goals. Because like I said, either you're going to have a huge amount of cravings for certain foods, most likely highly palatable foods, or you're just not going to be feeling full for a long period of time. And again, that's going to interfere with your adherence to your calorie goals as well as your consistency. So ideally, you'd like to create that balanced approach with your meals to see maximum amount of progress. So to recap, there are so much useless ways of trying to lose fat out there, but unfortunately, there's still so many people that try absolutely everything that I've mentioned. And where does this stem from? You could be trying it because, like I said, maybe it has been marketed to you as the best for fat loss. And these guys that are marketing the things as the best for fat loss, they know exactly what they are doing. They know that people, you, me, whoever it is, were or are desperate to lose fat. And they know that when someone is desperate to do something, anything will sell. We will try absolutely everything and anything for fat loss to take place. Here's the harsh reality of it. Most people won't try what works, and that is the change of habits, the creation of a healthier lifestyle through creating healthier habits. Because why? Because it seems like way too much effort and way too much hard work. And oftentimes, more often than not, a quick fix seems much better in that moment in time because it's like, oh, okay, that's all I need to do. When the reality of it is, all your quick fixes, they're not sustainable. So you'll lose weight in the short term. Long term, it's going to be a struggle to keep that weight off, and you're probably going to gain it back with a little bit more. So one thing I do ask you today, and it's the only thing that worked for me after several failed attempts at fat loss, the only thing that worked was me changing my lifestyle, me creating healthier habits, me changing my mindset from short term to long term. And if you are not ready to do that because you are still constantly looking for quick fixes, it's going to be very difficult for you to see progress, long lasting progress.